Good morning to one and all. My name is Sheikh Muhammad Iqbal. My registration number is 21BQ1A05L0. Today I am going to give a seminar in Python subject. My topic is list. Today my topic is list. Today I am going to explain about list types, and how to access a list, how to declare a list, how to use a list, what is list in Python. Let's dive into the seminar. List. Basically, list is a sequence data type. First, we have to learn what is sequence data type. Sequence data type. It is a data type in which group of elements are stored. It is called sequence. In Python, sequences are classified into sequence. In Python, sequence also it is a data type. As in C, we have primary data type, secondary data types. Sequence is also a data type. In Python, sequence data type are classified into five types. First, strings. List. Second, third, tuple. Fourth, set. Fifth, dictionary. Today I am going to explain about only list data type, because as my topic I chosen is list. So let us know what is list. List. List is a sequential data type. Let us compare. As before, we previously we have learned C language. List is a similar of array. As we know that array is a data type which contains a collection of set of similar data elements enclosed by square brackets. Same as array. It is also list is also same, a collection of elements placed in square brackets. But what the what varies is it is a collection of non-similar data elements. In C we have array only in similar data elements, and like C we arrays, if there are more than one element, they are separated by commas, and starting and ending are enclosed by square brackets, opening and closing square brackets. See, here creating a list. In the above presentation, creating a list is a simple putting simply placing elements in the square brackets, opening and closing square brackets. And if there are more than one element, they are separated by commas. In the above presentation, we have taken the list name as student is equals to square open square bracket 556 comma module comma 64 comma 96 75 comma 84 square brackets ended. So it is a list containing non-similar data elements. We can create an empty list without any element by simply writing empty square brackets as student is equal to open and close square brackets without any element. So this is called empty list. Now we have learned what is list and how to create a list. So let us know how to access a list. As we have studied strings, in strings we use index number to access the element, same as in strings. Like list also can be accessed using index number. And so accessing can be done by two methods as we know so far, by using slicing and index method. See, in the above example they have given a is equals to 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40. If we print a of 5, a of 3, it will be 40. So to access the elements in the list from the beginning to ending, positive numbers from 0 to the size of the elements n minus 1. If the size of the list the length of the list n, we should give n minus 1 for beginning to ending. From for ending to beginning, we should give negative numbers from minus 1 to n. if the n is the length of or number of elements in the list. As the above example shows that how to access list elements. Given example, student is equals to 556 comma Moti comma 84 comma 96 comma 84 comma 75 comma 84 closing square bracket. For accessing zeroth element, we should give print of student of 0 as shown in the above representation. Then the output will be 556. If we give print student of square bracket of 0 colon 2 closing square bracket close parenthesis, it will give up to 0 and first element. In slicing, as we know that n plus 1, if you give nth element, it includes only n minus 1 elements. If we give 1 to n elements, it will include only 1 to n minus 1 elements. So we have to give n plus 1 elements for slicing to access the element which we want, up to which we want to access the elements. So I think you have understand about the how to create a list, how to access a list. Now we create a list using range function. We can use range function to generate a sequence of integers as we used it in for loop, which can be stored in a list. To store number from 0 to 10, a list as follows. List of range of 0, 11. Print numbers. Numbers is the list name. So the display will be 0, 1, 2 up to 10, because as I said before, slicing will only include n minus 1 elements if the n is the number of elements. Looping on list. Let us discuss looping on list. We can also display a loop by using for loop, while loop. The len function is useful to know the number of elements in the list. The len method is used to the length of the list. While loop returns starting from 0th to last element n minus 1. Numbers is the list name. Let us assume is equals to square bracket of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 square bracket n. For I in numbers, print I comma n is equals to double quotes space double quotes. Then output will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as shown in the above presentation. Concatenation of two lists. We can simply use plus operator to on two lists to join them. For example, x and y are two lists. X plus y, the list y is joined to the end of the x. Example, as above shown here, x is equals to square bracket of some elements like 10, 20, 32, 15, 16. Square brackets close. Y is equals to 45, 18, 78, 14, 86 in closed square bracket. If we print x plus y, then the elements in the y are concatenated at the last of the x, and they are represented as a single list. Now, repetition of list. Repetition of list can be done using hash operator. Let us take above example x. We have no x has some elements of 10, 54, 87, 96. If we print x star 2, then the loop repeats. If x has 5 elements, at the last again these 5 elements are repeated and concatenated as a single element, and these elements are repeated continuously after the ending of the elements. Again at the last of the list, these repeated elements are added and represented a single list. We can use membership operator in lists. We can check if an element is a member of list by using in or not in operator. If the element is a member of the list, then in operator returns true, otherwise return false. If element is not in list, Operator returns true, otherwise it returns false. Example: x is equal to 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 45. In the above example, a is equals to 20. Print a in x. As 20 is in our list, taken list, it shows true boolean value. As we know, boolean values true or false. If we same as print 25, let us take a is equals to 100. Print a in x, false, as we know only 65. In the above list we took there is no number of 100. Next, aliasing and cloning lists. Giving a new name to an existing list is called aliasing. The new name is called alias name. To provide a new name to the list, we can simply use assignment operator. X is equal to 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40 comma 50 comma 60. Y is equals to x. X is aliased as y. In case we are having only one list of elements but with two different names x and y, here x is the original name and y is the alias name for the same list. Here any modifications are done to x will also modify y and vice versa. Now, copying of a list. Obtaining exact copy of an existing object is called cloning. To clone a list, we can take help of slicing operation. When we clone a list like this, a separate copy of all elements is stored in y. The list x and y are independent lists. Here any modifications are done to x will not affect y and vice versa. Now we have completed accessing, how to create a list, and cloning, aliasing. Now let us move to the next topic, nested list. If we give a